Sci-fi surprise time with the Lost Jungle. Here's my little tiger. I feel like I'm missing something on it. Turned out okay, actually. Turned out okay. So, here we go, Sci-Fi Surprize Series. I am now at the... Where's my notes? I think it's the 17th. Oh, it's under stuff. 17th film of the Sci-Fi Surprise Series with The Lost Jungle, and this is from 1934 with Clyde Beatty, and it's Clyde Beatty as Clyde Beatty. And I did a little research after. I don't normally, but this one I felt merited the knowledge, knowing the knowledge, and because he actually was a lion tamer, and you can tell because that's the film. Pretty much is like a spectacle of animals, and lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and leopards, and there's some elephants in there too, not too much, but it's mostly lions and tigers. And the film, okay, one, is this a science fiction movie? No way. There's nothing. There's one thing that might be. I was gonna look it up and see if people actually did do that, but I don't, like, it's stretching it. It's stretching it even more. Laser Mission is more of a science fiction film than this film, so we'll do that. I have a theme. I have a theme with my zombie, and he's got plants, jungle. They aren't in the jungle a lot, but there's lots of animals. So this one's a bit challenging. One, it's not science fiction, so it kind of is, you know, whatever. But it's also challenging because of, you know, the time it was filmed, and animals then, and animals now, how animals are treated, how people feel about it. And the weird thing about it is, in the film, he talks about being humane, more humane than another guy. And it's kind of like, I don't know how or if people still do train lions and tigers, and his, you know, comparative methods to current comparative methods. I don't know. So for me, I feel really conflicted about this because I love animals. I'm very much against the mistreatment of animals. Were these animals mistreated? I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell. It's just, it's from so long ago. Like, it's like we're almost 80 years later, and things are very different now. So on the one hand, it's an amazing opportunity to see like lions and tigers and leopards, and it's just like there's so many animals, and it's not just like one. There's like lots of them, but I do feel like sometimes it's like, oh well, you know, that's a caged animal acting like a caged animal, and it wants to get out, and ethically, is it okay for? So for me, it's kind of like I almost couldn't even see the movie, and the movie in terms of the plot and stuff is pretty thin. Like this is really a spectacle to see Clyde Beatty with the animals, and he's amazing. Like, his forearms are the most impressive forearms I've ever seen. They're just absolutely spectacular. And like, you know, I don't know, like, how do you judge something like that? I don't like judging anyway. So for this challenge, for the Sci-Fi Surprise Challenge, is kind of a moot point. It doesn't fit. It's not a science fiction film. Did I enjoy watching it? I don't know. Mostly I was conflicted, but it's really amazing to see animals, like, and that many, you know. Oh, it's just, like, because they're so beautiful. For me, I'm a Leo. I love big cats. I have my own cat. He's big, but he's just a house cat, you know, and I've always loved lions and mountain lions and leopards and tigers and lynxes, and just like always. Like, if I go to a zoo, which is not very often, you know, that's always what I'm drawn to. If I watch a nature documentary, you know, I saw the African cats one. Like, those are always going to be my picks. I just really have a strong affinity to big cats, always. So in some ways it was really awesome to be able to see them, but it's you know, but I felt conflicted. So I don't know, it's a bit of a miss, sadly. And the story, like, you know, honestly, the story was barely there. It was barely there. It was very, you know, patched, you know, together to encourage long sequence with animals. There's a bit of a romance threading it through some very thin things, and that's about it. So The Lost Jungle, I don't know if anyone's seen it. I'd be very curious to hear their thoughts. I think it is the earliest in the series, being from 1934. Wow. Yeah, it is. I put earliest. I wrote it. I wrote it on there. So that was 17. Time to... I'm like, are there any other questions? I'm like, I changed my setting. And, oh, my cheat sheet fell down. My cat must have knocked it over in the night. Big cats, what can you do? Alright, let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. I think it's this one. This one. This one, which is upside down. Bride of the Gorilla! The animals continue! Bride of the Gorilla! 1951 with Raymond Burr. I have a sneaky suspicion that might be a little more... Oh, there's science fiction possibilities, of course, although that feels horror-y to me. But, you know, gorilla, I don't know where it's gonna go, I don't know, but Lost Jungle, you know, conflicted. Big cats, awesome. Scared big cats, not so awesome. Alright, those are my thoughts. Thanks so much for watching.